What's up? It's now 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, somewhere near Dublin, Georgia. Another nightmare day. Every day I plan to be done by 4 o'clock and everything to go smoothly, and has not happened yet. Has not happened since I started 4 weeks ago. And in addition to that, I got in trouble because I took my 70-hour restart, because apparently you're supposed to go to off duty, not get paid to do all the other work that's non-driving, even though they'll pay you $10 an hour to do trailer swaps, the paperwork, the security guard, fix the broken trailer. That adds to the time. So all that time, even though you can only drive 11 hours a day, it comes out to about 14-hour day. So I guess that all adds up at the end of the week to the end of the 70 hours, and then you got to take the 34-hour reset. So I got told that I am taking too much time on duty, that it's great I'm driving a lot, but I'm on duty too much. So I find it really hard to understand how I'm supposed to go off duty when the only times that I'm on duty not driving is when I'm doing work. So like I'll turn the electronic supervisor off at the end of the day, and I'll start it back up when I sit in the cockpit and start my day. There's no other time that I can think of where I should be off duty. The 30-minute, because if you drive 8 hours, you have to take a 30-minute break. That is a specific option on there. It's well documented. I don't even do that, because what happens is you drive for 4 hours to go drop off an empty trailer to go pick up a loaded trailer to then do the long haul to wherever you're going. In the process of dropping off the empty trailer at the warehouse, at the switch yard, wherever you're going, it takes a half hour. So the electronic supervisor knows that takes a half hour and automatically logs that as your half hour daily break. Even though you're working. Even though you're working, it then changes it from you only being able to drive 8 hours a day to all of a sudden updating it to now you can drive 11 hours a day. So it records if you are not driving for 30 minutes and logs that automatically as your 30-minute like lunch break. So there's no other time in the day where I'm just sitting around doing nothing, unless it's literally waiting for a security guard to like finish the paperwork or check the seal on the back of the trailer. So I'm kind of confused as to how this is going to work out, where I'm just going to, every time I park the truck at a customer location, I'm just supposed to turn off my. Why would you pay? Then why are you enticing employees or prospective employees to come work for you and telling them that you'll pay them $10 an hour on duty when they're not driving, and then after they get the job, oh yeah, well you need to turn that off because you're requiring a 34-hour restart. So this is going to be interesting next week. Well, next week, by the end of this 70-hour, it'll be my 3 days off. But they might try to pull another fast one and say, oh, well, you already had a day off because you had your 34-hour restart. So instead of having 3 days off, we're only going to give you 2 days off. So you work like some ridiculous schedule. The oil field at least was 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. And that was like $90,000 a year. Starting. This is 2 weeks on, 3 days off. I don't even know what this comes out to at $750 a week. That's like $36,000 a year or something absolutely insane, which brings me to a whole nother point of how they're just hiring visa drivers. So if you're from India, if you're from Africa or wherever, you just get a visa, you come to the United States, because over in Africa and India you're making 10 cents an hour. You can come to the United States, drive a truck for $10 an hour. Wow, amazing. So that's what American corporations are now doing. They have modernized slavery. They have now pushed the American citizen out while they outsource American jobs. They're completely outsourcing American jobs and leaving, I guess, the rest of us high and dry to live in our campers or to live in our trucks. So we're gonna have a nice little dinner here today. I got some snacks. So we had a can of chicken. It's canned chicken in there with the delicious Popeyes spinach put on top of it. And some great value, wood pulp included, cheese. I believe that's Fiesta blend. And if I really get wild, I might have some garlic stuffed olives, because you know what? Before I got here, which is amazingly wide open, I went 5 miles up the road in Dublin, Georgia, to the Pilot, where my company has appointed me to get fuel, because that's where they have the contract with. And when you get 50 gallons of gas, you get free showers. So I had like 4 free showers. I get there, there's 10 parking spots. There's 15 parking spots taken, because the truckers had just taken all the spots and then made more spots themselves, which made it a complete disaster to go to. So I left the Pilot Flying J, went across the street to some unknown gas station that had a big parking lot in the back, kind of like this, like half the size of this. And I said, you know what, let me go inside and ask before I pull the truck in there, because I don't know what's going on, why there's only 2 trucks parked back there. And so I go in, and I knew it right off the bat. No offense to Indian people, but I knew they were charging, because they always do. Every time it's the Indian like gas station place. So she's like, it's $15 to park back there. And I was like, well, if I can't take a shower at the Pilot Flying J, that's going to be $18 or $17. Then to park for the night's going to be $17. I mean, I'm making $10 an hour. This is money going the wrong direction. So I said, maybe later I'll come back if I can't find another spot. So I drove 5 miles in the wrong direction on the interstate back down here, where I had passed along the interstate earlier and saw that there was openings when I originally went by, and I prayed when I got here there were still openings, which there obviously is. I don't even know if they have showers in there, but I need one, because not because of the temperatures, just because of the dirt. Like, look at these lots. So these dirt lots, this is all just dry dust, and this is the same setup that they have at all the warehouses. Well, not all of them, but I'd say half of the ones that I go to. They're just gravel, dirt. It's just crushed gravel, dirt, like gray cement powder, and it flies up. It gets in your eyes. The trucks drive by you. They kick it up right all over you. So I am covered in it. When I just swept the floor in here, so have a look at the floor, admire my socks. This is a nice clean floor. The like muck that I dragged in here from that dried out, and what you're seeing outside there in the parking lot, that powder, like moon dust, was everywhere in here. And then when I just swept it a half hour ago, it just made like a cloud. So now there's like a layer on all the console. There's a layer on the steering wheel. The seats got a layer. This like concrete ash. It's like an ash. That's what it's like. It's like a volcanic ash, pumice. So that's on everything now, and I can taste it. It gives me a headache. It's in the bed, because I remember last night I was like, man, something like smells strange in here, and I was thinking it's me, and I'm like smelling the pillow, and the pillow smells like dirt. So we are on like day 7 or 8, so actually gonna change the sheets tonight. Got a nice new pair, so just to prove it, I'll show that there's gonna be a different pair of sheets on there tomorrow. I'm not that big of a dirt bag, and I'm hoping there's a shower in here tonight. But yeah, we're gonna eat this delicious treat. Let's just see what's going on with this. Let's see if it's even edible. This is, I don't know how old the cheese is that I got out of the camper last time I was home. And that's why my eyes are like red too, because this dust, it's everywhere. Got the air conditioner on, by the way. It's working well. Let's see what we got here. pretty nasty. Cold chicken. It's basically all I taste is cold chicken. Cheese has no flavor. Cheese was in the fridge too, so it's cold. Tastes a little bit of spinach. But you know what? It's better than the candy bars in there and all that nasty stuff, because sorry, my hand keeps blocking that camera. I'll tell you, you eat the food in these gas stations, and immediately in a half hour you feel like garbage. You feel like you need to take a sleep. Like, the worst thing driving this truck for hours upon hours is when you get that zombie, I need to like take like a half hour nap, like when you're just exhausted. It is like the worst, and you got to keep driving, and you're like sitting there trying to figure out, like, turn the radio on, open the window, and this is not even happening late at night. This is happening because I didn't sleep last night. I freaking was like thinking of weird, like, I ended up watching some horrible like Instagram video with like dead animals by accident, and like, I don't know, my head was everywhere. So I didn't sleep well last night. I got up, I was fine when I got up. I started driving I got up at 4. By like 4:30, I'm outside doing a pre-trip around the truck in the dark, leaving the Jacksonville rest stop area, and I just started driving. Everything's fun. Had my big mug of coffee. So 5 o'clock. That was right around 5:05 a.m. I started driving. 6, 7. I think it was 8 o'clock. Yeah, because it was a 4 or 5 hour drive to the destination. So it was right around 8 o'clock. I just felt like all of a sudden got exhausted and just tired, just because not sleeping all night. That affects me. This dust affects me. This is a $30 an hour job, getting $10 an hour, and I just, every day I'm like, it's not that bad, and then by the end of the day I'm like, F this, screw this, just leave the truck, pack my stuff in some garbage bags, get a Uber to the budget rent-a-car, and then just go drive home. It's really, it's weird. It's really like a love-hate relationship. You love driving the truck. You've made the truck your own, and you're getting used to the truck. So you're like, now it's like, oh, I'm liking the truck, but all these other problems are constantly happening. You're not on your own time schedule. Anybody who has their own truck, that's a whole other world. That's a whole other world where you have your own schedule and all that. That's nothing like what's going on here. This is pure modern day slavery, where they're like, why are you on the clock? You should just be working. You should just be working, not on the clock. Like, why would you waste all that time? Why would I waste all that time? I'm living in the truck. I'm literally wasting 2 weeks at a time in the truck, living. What do you mean? Why am I getting paid? Why would you get paid for living in the truck and driving 70 hours a week? We should pay you? What the? This is just messed up. It's messed up. Mega truck companies are just, I don't know, something's got to happen, because this is ridiculous. It's just going to get worse. It ain't getting better. It's the reason why all the trailers are all bashed up and have such problems, is because you're hiring brand new people from anywhere and everywhere, and then you're wondering why they're backing the trailer into stuff and banging it up. I mean, even me, I'm doing the same thing. So it's not like you're getting experienced drivers and then they're just going to a trailer. The trailer's in perfect condition. You just pick it up, scoop and go. You got to do your pre-trip. I'm liable for everything. Anything that goes wrong on the road with the trailer, with the tractor, it's all on me. It's all on me. Did you do your pre-trip? So I don't know. That's today's 15 minutes of excitement. So back to my amazing dinner, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow.